Thank you for joining us on Serious Matters here on at Onif TV. Thank you very much. So, my name is Olukunle Abraham, and please do share our videos, do like our videos, do drop your comment. Your opinions are welcome. We would always respond, but as much as possible, please make them very, very simple and civil. I saw this very wonderful picture beside me, and that's the picture of the presidential candidate of the APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the title says that he put up that picture to thrill his fans, and the thing that came to my mind straight away was that if Peter Obi is wearing boxers, even if Peter Obi wears boxers around, I tell you, we'll still vote for him. He's still the man. And, you know, I'm going to show you some other pictures, because this was the same way, you know, the incumbent, the president of Nigeria, you know, showed us, he wore suits then. Maybe I should just show you very quickly. Let me just show you those. Let me show you those pictures very quickly. They would also thrill you, you know. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Do you remember? You remember now. You remember these pictures. Now, after this time, after these pictures in 2015, I've not seen Baba wear. You know, these are just flimsy ways of, you know, of convincing the people, the Nigerians of today. You want to convince the Nigerians of today who don't have the money to eat, who they don't have what it takes to feed themselves, let alone running out of the country like so many are having this title of JP, japaring out of the country. They don't have what it takes to run out of the country, and you want to convince them with wearing suits. And you know, this was the way somebody Baba was wearing suits for us then. He has never worn suits after that day. I can imagine how he was feeling when he was taking these pictures, like, boy, snap this thing fast, make we come up for here, yo. You know, of course, being a military person he's not supposed to be used to all this. But you know, Asiwaju, or whoever it is that is helping him to handle all these social media stuff, they are not doing a good job. They are not doing a good job for him. I would have expected more details, you know, more details, you know, trying to get people to see, you know, the in-depth of knowledge and quality of, you know, stuff that you have inside of you, rather than showing pictures around of, you know, and somebody said, so that same person said, he said, this is the latest picture or photo of Tinubu. It will put a smile on your face. Well, I don't know if it puts a smile on your face. The APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu certainly knows how to inspire his fans, you know, and at the same time send the necessary signals to haters who refuse to see anything positive in his personality just because he is not their preferred candidate. The photo alone looks inspiring and will definitely put a smile on your face. Tinubu appears to be looking fresh. Of course, you know that we know that these are all filters. The filters have been used on these pictures. You know, this is a modern age. We have people who are internet inclined, who know all this is. Have you not seen pictures of, you know, head, you know, photoshops, you know, where the head of this person is taken and put on this, you know, these things are not, you know, these are all filters. And that's why you see somebody whose natural face has all sort of spots and everything, and so the person goes into the studio, and by the time the picture comes out, you're wondering, wow, oh man, your face is beautiful. And then, you know, I don't know if you've ever seen such things before. I remember, you know, I'm not saying anything is wrong with makeup and anything anyway. No, that's not the point here. Yeah, I remember when I was getting married, and I saw my wife, you know, that morning after she had done the makeup, and she looked so, you know, like different. This is somebody I've been seeing for months. How do you mean you are telling me that? He said, I didn't look at it myself. Take mirror and look at yourself. He said, started cleaning, and they had to reduce it. So at least you can be real. You can be real. Nigerians will want somebody who is real. Nigerians will prefer somebody in 2023, somebody who is real, who is competent, somebody who will not deceive the people, somebody who will not come into power and change and become somebody else or reverse back into the person that he used to be. It's very difficult to pretend, you know. You can't stay too long pretending. You can't stay too long pretending. If you are pretending, then you are taking a position that is not natural for you. And so you will be uncomfortable staying in that position for too long. And so I would have preferred, you know, some very, very real and realistic details coming from, you know, these candidates and all of that. And the only person that is showing, you know, real personality is, you know, Peter Obi. And that's why you see him. He showed up in the supermarket. Those girls, the attendants in the supermarket looked at him and they were like, wow, what? You know, like, you know, that kind of look like, is it the one? Is it the one? Is not the one? Is it the one? Is not the one? Is it only for them to discover that he was actually the one? You know, that's the kind of president that we want. That is the kind of person that we need in Nigeria at this time. And so I'm saying that even if he wears boxers around the place, even if he goes around in joggers, I believe strongly the obedience will still go for Obi. The obedience is so away with all these filters and all of that. I know all those things are just internet stuffs and all of that. But then, you know, drop your opinion on this particular one. Does it really thrill you? Because what the writer said is that it is going to thrill so many of you. But then, does it really thrill you? I go with real things. I go with the reality of things. Does this picture match the reality of Baba on ground? Yeah, I call him Baba because he's a grandpa. As far as I'm concerned, he's a grandpa to so many. I mean, he has grandchildren already, and you know, he's a grandpa. And so, for me personally, like I would have always said, if I had the privilege of meeting, you know, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but today I would say, Daddy, please, I would have preferred. You are qualified. That's okay. You have worked for democracy. You have, you know, if we are to go by working for democracy and all of that, you have worked for democracy and you are qualified. But it's not you at this time. It's not you at this time. Now, let me remind you, maybe this came to my mind for somebody's going to cut this part out and, you know, show to. It's going to get to him. Now, David in the Bible was being pursued by his son, Absalom. Joab was the chief of staff. And so they were watching over him. Joab was in charge of watching over the other side and watching over David also. You know, Absalom had, you know, gotten the attention of the people to himself. It's like telling his father, I consider you dead, so I've taken over the throne from you. And something happened very well. To cut the long story short, Absalom died. And a young man said, Oga, he was telling Joab, Oga, let me go and tell, you know, he was, you know, this kind of excitement, like I want to be the one that will drop the bomb, that will drop the news, you know, for King David, that his enemy has died. How do you go and it doesn't matter how bad the son of a man is, you don't expect him to be celebrating his son. It doesn't matter what character or what behavior, those are just by the way. That does not eliminate the fact that Absalom was the son of David. And so the son of a man dying before him is not a good thing. And so the young man said, let me go and tell David what happened. And the chief of staff, Joab, said, no, it is not your time this time. This particular message is not for you to carry. It's not for you to carry. You are not the one to deliver this message. And he said, look, even if you don't send me, I will go and tell him. No problem. He ran and got to David. He told David, this is what happened. David's done. And David started looking at him. And so what now happened? But Joab now picked Cushi and said, Cushi, you are the one to deliver this message. And Cushi said, okay, sir. And so he ran at his pace. And so while that young man finished delivering his message and it wasn't inspiring, he didn't touch anybody, nobody was, it didn't even move David, as it were. But the one that carried the real message, now the first person was a messenger. It was his responsibility to run with that message. But for that particular message, It wasn't him that was to carry that message. And so you see that when he carried the message, it had no effect on the person that he delivered the message to, because he wasn't sent. It wasn't his time. And so Cushi got to David, explained the same thing that the first messenger explained to him. And the Bible says that David broke down and he tore, poured sackcloth, put on sackcloth, began to mourn for Absalom. The same message, different messengers, but one was sent, the other one was not sent. He sent himself. That's the way I see things now. You are wise. You are wise. You are wise. Judge for yourself. I don't think. No. Ashwayo has made great people. I hope you know. And I keep saying that. He's made great men. In fact, he's a success already. If I were to be in his shoes, I'm not going to be in his shoes anyway. If I were to be in his shoes, I would have just been one Baba Saleh, like not controlling things anymore. These people will just be bringing, thank you, sir. Hey, thank you, sir. We just said we should come and greet you. 20 million. We just said we should come. Even without enforcing it, those dividends will be coming to you, because these people will naturally want to be grateful to you. So it's not about wearing suits. It's not about the suits that you're going to wear and you will never wear again. It's going to be agbada and most of the time, because like I showed you just now, President Muhammadu Buhari, before he became president, was wearing suits. He wore suits in most of his posters. Anyway, maybe some of those things also are Photoshop and all of that. Well, it is still Serious Matters on ONF TV. Please do share our videos with others, like our page, and please do us well by dropping your comment. Make them simple and civil. Thank you very much for watching. This is still